All right, so we're here with Gigi. How you doing?
I'm well.
Okay, so if you could just start with just like your name and your age, you know.
I'm Gigi. I'm 38 years old.
Okay. All right, and where are you from?
Right here. I grew up,
You grew up here?
yeah, like a quarter mile down the road.
Okay, all right. So you know a lot of people over here and stuff, and you from this area. All right. So, Gigi, I know when I walked up, you said you like to write. Tell us a little bit about like your writing and what you.
Uh, I'm not blessed to be able to sing or dance. I don't have a lot of rhythm. I'm really good with writing.
But writing is good though. Tell us about it. Like, what do you write about?
I write about the happenings around me. I change certain events. I might tweak them this way. I take, it might be one character in my story, but that one character might represent three different people. I make sure I switch things up in a way so that, nothing.
Yeah, so it won't be like you're talking about a certain person.
Yeah.
Okay, so your books are like basically about street life, right?
Yeah, and I've spent time clean too.
Oh,
it's
cleaning?
About,
Okay.
During the time I was clean and the struggles of addiction without the dope.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about it because maybe somebody on here can hear your story and maybe help you, like, get
Okay.
get any promotions or something like that.
So, I've been trying to get clean for a long time. I started when I was about 20 years old trying to get clean. And I could hit, 30, 60, 90 days, 9 months. But I could never quite get a year. I'd even made it to like 11 months and 2 weeks. And I'd always end up at that jumping off point where it felt like my skeleton was going to jump out of me and go get high, so I may as well go with it. So finally I found myself, I got clean, I stayed clean for almost 10 years. And during that time, I did things very differently than before. I intentionally did not have any romantic involvement with anyone at all. Not even to satisfy my flesh and mind my own business type thing. I just kept to myself and stayed in my step work because that's where, like, if you work those steps, you're going to change without your own permission.
Okay, so you learned those steps in like a program?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, well, go ahead, finish. I just didn't know what you meant when you said steps. What were you saying?
So I did the step work. If you work those steps, even if you do it with an attitude and don't believe in it, you'll change even without your own permission. People around you are going to notice it first. So while I was clean, I had about a year clean before I started working. I stayed in treatment that whole time. And when I first started working, it took a long time for me not to associate everything with the streets. I think a lot of times restaurant work is very similar to the streets. You've got the waitresses, they're like the prostitutes. The customers come in and they're the Johns because everybody's hollering, that's my regular night. I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them.
Right.
The cooks, that's the dope dealers. They damn sure need what they got.
Yeah.
And then you also have the hostess. I guess she would be the pimp or the middleman because she seats everybody in certain positions and she takes the money. And then the manager, that's the police. I remember standing there one day thinking that, and I had a little over a year clean, and I felt a lot of shame because I was like, when is that ever going to leave me?
Yeah.
Like, when am I ever going to quit thinking like that?
It's always there.
And there were times during my clean time, I'd be coming home from the laundromat with a bunch of laundry and groceries and stuff going up my steps, and it would dawn on me. I'd be like, damn, I've been clean 2 years, 4 years, like whatever, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I'd get very if I give anything to anybody, it would be pay attention in treatment. Don't hook up at treatment. Don't bring home anybody from the treatment center. 2 dead batteries don't make the motor go. walk away from your old life. Just put it down. Every day when you wake up, before you do anything, before you get in the shower, before you light a cigarette, before you do anything, give the first between 5, 10, 15 minutes to something positive. Listen to positive music, meditate, read the Bible, read your big book, basic text, whatever. Make sure you put something positive, because everything you put in your body is what's going to come out of it. And I did that. I called my sponsor. I worked steps and I help people. When all else fails, go help somebody. Mm-hmm. And you probably won't use, or you won't use it probably.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like these interviews help people too, because like on my channel, I have a lot of people that come and they have questions in the chat, and they also put in there like their struggles, because there's people out here that's struggling, with addiction, but they just don't make it known, But when other people tell their story, it helps them, like see a different side of it, So, what do you miss about being sober? If I could ask you that, is there anything that you miss about it?
Coffee every morning.
Did you have a certain coffee that you like? You didn't have just any kind of coffee. You just want coffee. Starbucks? Mm-hmm. You miss Starbucks? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for giving that advice. Thank you for giving us the advice. But
I miss my kids.
I was gonna ask you, do you have kids?
Yeah.
Well, if
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just like I said, thank you for doing the interview. And can you just give one more word of advice for anybody that's our age, that's around here struggling with addiction? Just any advice that you would give.
Just keep to yourself and go work the steps. The steps set you free.
The steps should set you free.
Whatever higher power it ends up being, keep an open mind. Don't pick it up. Don't get high.
All right.
The only one I ever wanted worse than the first one was the third one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for doing the interview.
Thank you.